Yo, and welcome back to yet another episode of Action Thraxin. I'm your friendly neighborhood throwing technician. So, got into the laboratory today, 6K and 5.5K. Started off kind of sluggish, slow, a little bit of lack of connection there. Going back on 3 and 4, but overall, I was able to get through some throws here eventually. When I was throwing the 15 pounder, and this is kind of what I look at, is that there's this level of disconnection that I feel on the entry versus when I'm throwing this 6K or even the 14 pounder. I felt that actual connection, and the issue is that I feel behind, I guess, if you will. And I think that causes some issue with then accelerating the ball if it's not set good on one, obviously. So, and I've spoke about this probably a lot more than I've needed to, but it's all good. But I was able to get through a few really good ones. I was throwing over there. You saw where I was throwing. I was throwing into a ditch. You get this kind of false sense of distance. So I realized that if I throw on a soccer field, I have some understanding of the length of a. I don't know if it was. I figured out later it was measured to a soccer field. I thought it was a football field. I realized that I have some understanding of the length of. I shanked that one. The length, the width, if you excuse me, of a soccer field. So I could figure out some kind of way to relatively measure my throws, but the issue was I can't find the measuring stick. Cannot find the measuring stick. So I could kind of tell what this was, but I'm kind of hoping that I can go out and measure some of these because they're pretty decent. Not with the 15 pounder. I'm gonna have to groove in the 15 pounder, obviously, but pretty decent with the distances. The bottom line is, and the thing I want to bring up is when I'm throwing these lighter hammers, there has to be some emphasis on technique because yes, I'm strong enough to throw them far based on my physical fortitude that I built up over time or what have you. But that does not mean that the strength will translate to a heavier ball. So I tried to start off slow. I started off pretty slow actually, and then I built up to faster throws. But toward the end, I'm probably going 75% here, not full speed, but I'm putting some speed on the ball for sure. I'm trying to groove with it a little bit, and I definitely would use as much energy as I possibly could. I went home and I was zapped. My ass passed out, and I was trying to stretch my back, and my ass was KO'd on the floor. So yeah, I definitely started off slower, but and there's times where I slowed down during this practice because you'll get ahead of yourself, and that's the problem with throwing these lighter balls is that you'll get ahead of yourself and you'll just try to throw it far, and that doesn't work per se. You want to focus on some amount of technique when you're throwing those lighter balls. You have to. It is what it is. So. Got some weight room action for you. Started off with these med ball throws. I did 5 each side. I'm probably gonna have to do some more volume on this. I was trying to get to the working sets, but this is an exciting topic of conversation. So I figured out what the issue was with my back. You guys probably heard me complaining in the last, I don't know, probably off and on the last few videos about my lower back, and here's the thing I finally realized. I squatted pretty heavenly off and on for, I don't know, probably a week and some change. There's a couple days where I hit some 190s. I might have taken an attempt at 200, missed it, but I figured out that the spinal erectors, and so these are a muscular structure in the back. They warrant firing, and I was wondering why I was rolling out of bed and my back was kind of hurting, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I'm throwing the lighter. I'm still throwing a pretty relatively. I'm throwing a 15-pounder. I'm not taking a hell of a lot of reps. I'm sitting there wondering why my back was hurting, and spinal erectors. Erectus spinae is the technical term for it. So you saw me do some GHGs. You saw me do some kettlebell swings. Did a 4x20 on each of those. So the blood to my back felt like it was coming back. The blood to my back felt like it was coming back, and so it felt a lot better. And what you'll realize is that if you guys do this too, you absolutely can't do those overloaded. Like I started at 220 on the box squats. You absolutely can't do those overloaded weighted quarter squats. Ivan calls them pin squats. But either way, you can't do that because that's all going to be on fire. And he talks about that, the back pump that resulted in the usage and the activity of those lifts. But yes, so spinous erectors. I'm gonna have to make sure. Ivan talked about you got to make sure you put in some deadlift. I did RDLs at the end of this. I believe that restored the blood flow back to my back. My back should be feeling a lot better now, but 100% we'll have to see in the morning. No guarantees. I like to take a good guess at it. So, and I think most of the time I try to take a decent guess at it. I did previously think that it was always my abs are weak, but that's not the case. So, anyways, 180 keys. I did a 2x2 at 180. Big breaths, nice and smooth lift. No complaints there. In the Birkenstocks, per usual these days. I'm McBummington. But yes, Naz. I think we solved the problem. I think we fixed that lower back, the little bit of the issue, and we're going to see what we get accomplished tomorrow. I'm going to probably sling the 6K again. Maybe the 4.5K, maybe the 5K. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, but we'll figure that out. But that's just about all I got for you guys. You should already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, hide your hoes, and save your throws, baby. And most importantly, you live to fight another day. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got to get it back in the Znab.